There has been some things that have been brought to my heart, and I wanted to express them. There has been bondage placed on people who love a certain person or type of person or the same sex, let's say. You guys misinterpret fully what the Lord gospel is and what it has said. He loves all of his creation. He is a merciful God. There has been people who has placed bondage upon their children for who they love. Society has placed bondage upon people for who they love. What is important to know is that God does not judge a person by their external view. The Lord judges individuals by their heart. Okay? I've noticed that it wasn't just the Matthew Shepard case that really irked me, because here we have a young man whose life was taken because of his sexual orientation and preferences. But I have personally myself been brought into a situation that was that of 5 men who are into the same sex. But they teamed up with family on both sides, my mother and father's side, to come against me for personal gain, whatever. One of these individuals have entered into a marriage with another person who is a female, but she too is into the same sex. Neither like the opposite sex, okay? But they entered into this marriage where there's no love, there's no lust, there's none of this, okay? It's just a business arrangement. Understand something. As parents, our beliefs should never be trampled and forced upon our children. A true parent will love their children. We may not like the decisions in which our children make, but we will listen, understand, and with time learn to accept the decisions in who they love, okay? That's not been the case here. I have a group of people who don't like me. And that's fine, because I'm not here for everybody to like me. And I don't damn well expect to get a bunch of damn praise for what I'm going to say. But I'm going to say it. And I'm going to say it with conviction, passion, and total confidence. What I have come across disturbs me greatly. It really does, because the misinterpretation of the Bible it's sad. It truly is. It's heartbreaking, to say the least. It really is. But society has provided a unsafe haven for LGBTQ and their relationships. It's truly upsetting and disheartening when people are tied into bondage, and it's due to their own families, society, and others who made loving the person that they love a crime. Okay? Families have forced their sons and their daughters to enter into marriages or relationships with the opposite sex, knowing free and well that these individuals are not into that. I want you to understand, he who cast the first stone should be without sin. Nobody's without sin. Nobody on this earth is without sin. We have all been born into sin. You are not God. You cannot sit there with a mob and a blowhorn and talk about what God teaches, because you, sir or ma'am, are wrong. You are damn sure wrong, because if you read your Bible, it's been doctored, it's been distorted, manipulated, and fit for those who have hidden agendas. I'm gonna keep it real, okay? But I know that my God, which is the creator of all things, knows damn well what he stated, what he created, what his son gave his life for. So to sit here and be outside of a homicide victim's crime scene with a blowhorn and a mob because they were LGBTQ is completely and utterly wrong. You have no right to pass any kind of judgment upon someone because you are not free or clear of sin, because you too have sinned, if not currently sinning. But it's very disheartening when you come across a person who is not happy with themselves, who is not happy within the life that they're living, because they can't come out, they can't introduce the person that they love, the person that loves them, to their family because of who they are. That they have to pretend and put up fake airs and a persona about who they are. All the while, this bondage is choking the life out of these people. You further place these children and young adults into further harm by passing off judgment and lies and misinterpretations of the Bible and the Word. None of you are God. None of you know what God believes, states, or says unless you are fully open to hear what he has to say. In order to do so, you have to seek him. Okay? You have to seek him, which means to look. Okay? So this is what I want everyone to know. If your family truly loves you, they will love who you love. If you have to enter into a marriage where you are not in love with that person, don't have feelings for that person in any form, do not hold back. Speak that truth, okay? Because what happens is you enter into a covenant. That's a marriage between the two of you, okay? But that's not just between the two of you. It's between God too. And you're promising things that you know, and the Lord knows, because he judges by here. He judges by your heart. He doesn't judge by outward appearances. He judges your heart, okay? Do not ever be afraid to stand on what you feel and what makes you happy and who you love. Because if they truly love you, whether it's your family, friends, or whoever, they will accept who you love with open arms. It may not be easy as parents for us to be okay with the choices in who our children choose to love. But it is our responsibility as parents to love them and love who they love freely and openly. I am not going to participate nor uphold someone who enters into an agreement of marriage with the opposite sex if they're gay, straight, bisexual, transgender, what have you, under any terms, because you're not being honest with yourself, you're not being honest with God, you're not being honest, period. Do not place these individuals in bondage that they're not deserving of. You don't have a right to do that. Your judgment of another is not at all your right or accepted by God. You are not God. Only God can pass judgment on those that come before him. God judges by the heart and what is in your heart. He does not judge by outward appearances, bank accounts, or anything else. He judges by your heart. And what matters is what's within your heart. So I'm really getting tired of the manipulation of the Bible and the misinterpretation of the Bible. If you, for under any circumstances, do not understand it, seek those who can properly assist you in fully understanding it. Because we've seen this all too much. And we've seen a lot more suicides of men and women who should still be here today. But because of the choices of their families, the beliefs of their families, the choices in society, the beliefs of society, and the harassments in which they have received, have gotten to be too much for them to bear. So in all total truth here, those who have lost their lives or have taken their own lives due to their orientation, sexual orientation, is just not acceptable. But their blood is on the hands of society as a whole. Not just their parents, not just them, society as a whole. Because society has passed wrongful judgment and wrongful bondage upon these individuals. And that's just how I feel today. And I'll feel that way for the rest of my life. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I don't ask you to. But this is who I am. This is what I stand for. And I know what conversations I hold with my God. And I know what was placed in my heart today. And I'm speaking what's placed in my heart today. Do not allow yourself to be forced to put on airs for others to like you, for others to accept you. Because it's as simple as this. Be who you are. Be your authentic self. Love who you love. To hell with what people have to say. The only thing you need to worry about is what the good Lord has for you. Have a good day.